Hey guys, it's me, your friendly neighborhood movie nerd. I just saw Pirates 5. Yay! So going into this weekend, I was planning on seeing Baywatch because I was sick of the Pirates franchise at this point, and because I love The Rock, and because why not? Every movie that I've seen so far with him has been, at least for the most part, enjoyable, until I saw the reviews that Baywatch is getting. So I'm like, you know what? Let's give Pirates another shot. How bad could it possibly be? Well, this is how bad it was. This is my review for Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Monkey.
So first of all, fuck Disney for dragging out this goddamn franchise, because it's not like they could have used the extra money. They're already going to make over $1 billion between Beauty and the Beast, Guardians, and Star Wars alone, and that's not even including their animated films, which they've got 2 of this year. So there's that. And with that out of the way, the conclusion that I came to as to why they keep making these movies is because they simply just want to torture us. Nothing else. Well, us and Johnny Depp apparently, because I can tell that even he's getting sick of this franchise, because he even said he might not come back for the next one. But I can tell with everything that's going on in his personal life, he could have really used the paycheck. So I know why he was in this movie, and I can get some semblance of joy out of it, because I really can't stand him. So this film centers around not Jack this time, but rather around Will Turner's son Henry, played by Brendan Thwaites, a fact I called from the first teaser when they were trying to keep his identity a mystery. He's trying to seek out a legendary item called the Trident of Poseidon, capable of lifting any curse, including the one afflicting his father, still the captain of the Flying Dutchman. In order to find it, he teams up with Karina, an astronomer, and Jack, who this time is being pursued by, surprise, surprise, another undead army. And this time it's led by the undead Captain Salazar, played by Javier Bardem, who wants revenge on Jack for stranding him in the Devil's Triangle all these years. Now, if the confusing and convoluted plot didn't turn you off from the movie, hopefully my ranting will. This movie was not just bad. This was one of the laziest, most cynical pieces of garbage I think I've ever seen, because what was once a proud, majestic, and overall fun film franchise has devolved into a series of slapstick cartoon chases, awful-looking CGI, cartoon-like and over-the-top characters, all of whom look like they're just there for the paycheck, and above all else, a complete lack of focus on anything that's going on at all. So surprisingly enough, even though I can't stand Johnny Depp and the acting choices he keeps making, Jack Sparrow, the character, was actually not my least favorite part of this movie. Surprisingly enough. I mean, yeah, he still sucks in the role. He hasn't been good since the first one, and yeah, his days of being Jack Sparrow are long behind him, and he didn't even feel like he was trying in this movie, but like I said, not my least favorite part of this movie. The rest of the cast, on the other hand, 100% there for the paycheck. And like I said, I will give credit where credit is due, because a few that didn't stop a couple of them from trying. But like some of the members of Jack's crew, you could tell they really just didn't give a shit, and they were there just to get that massive paycheck from Disney. But I will say that newcomers Brendan Thwaites and Kaya Scodelario, I haven't seen them in anything else because I haven't seen the Maze Runners movies, and I haven't seen any of the shit that Brendan Thwaites has done. He's been in a couple things. But I will say that it certainly seemed like they were trying. It's just that the material that they got to work with was absolute crap. It also doesn't help that the screenwriters basically turned them into discount versions of better characters from the previous movies. But for me, even Jeffrey Rush, who has been consistently my favorite part of the franchise ever since he came back in 3, wasn't that good. And Javier Bardem, way to waste him. Like, he's so forgettable in the role of the bad guy. I've already forgotten what the point of his character was and why he hated Jack. Something to do with Jack stranding him and him hating pirates or something. I don't know. I don't care. The plot itself was not only nonsensical in terms of it should have just been like, that's the problem. They tried to simplify this plot. Because my biggest criticisms for Dead Man's Chest and on At World's End were that the plots were too overcomplicated. And this one, it at least made it a straight up trying to get the thing plot that has, at least for the most part, worked for other worse movies. But this somehow managed to prove even nonsensical and more ludicrous than the other movies. And I'm talking ludicrous even by pirate standards, because the movie starts out with a bank heist that involves dragging an entire building with horses. Then after that, Karina, this character who we have absolutely no introduction to, who's been accused of being a witch because she's an intelligent woman in the 1800s, is set to be executed the exact same day as Jack, followed by one of the stupidest and slapstickiest escape sequences I've seen in any Pirates movie. And then there's this other witch who is in like 2 scenes and then is never seen again, who Barbossa asks for help, who ends up helping out the exact same British soldiers who wanted to hang Karina for being a witch. But my biggest problem with this movie, hands down, it wasn't the plot holes, it wasn't the dumb characters, it wasn't the shitty acting, the terrible visuals, or the sense of nausea I got just from seeing how far this franchise has fallen. It's the fact that this movie was boring. So boring. Every single time the action wasn't going on and the characters were just saying stupid shit that they thought was funny and were trying to make sound funny even though it wasn't actually funny and it was just a series of poop and sex jokes, I was bored. And even when the action came on, I was bored because of how fake it looked. Say what you will about those first two pirate sequels, but at least with the way that Gore Verbinski directed it, he managed to bring you into this world of the pirates and make you feel like you were there. Like, when you saw them going out of the ships, they looked like real ships and you felt the sense of adventure and the sense of stakes. This one, it's all CG, it's all glossed over, it all looks terrible, and it looks like the way X-Men Apocalypse did, the way it's just vomiting color onto the screen and not in a good way. Oh, not to mention the fact, so you remember how Keith Richards played Jack's dad in Pirates 3 and 4? Well, in this one, you have a tiny cameo from Paul McCartney, who plays Jack's uncle, also called Uncle Jack. And it is hands down the worst cameo by a celebrity of any kind in a movie that I have ever seen. Way to waste Sir Paul McCartney. Also, this movie expects me to believe that in this universe, Keith Richards and Paul McCartney are siblings. Okay, pirates. Okay. So yeah, this movie sucked. Don't go see it. Disney's already gonna get enough of your money, and it already has enough of your money, so don't waste it on this piece of shit. Don't give Disney the excuse to make the next one, because I don't want to see another one of these things. Not after this one. I didn't see 4. I gave this one a chance. It shot me in the dick. Just don't do this. And for some stupid reason, people are saying that this is the second best Pirates movie since the first one. No. Just no. 1 out of 10 stars. I couldn't even get this thing to 2. 1 out of 10 stars. And I will say that the reason why I do give it that 1 star is because there is a scene where they're getting chased by some ghost skeletal sharks, and the sharks look like shit, but the scene and the concept itself is actually pretty cool. So props, that's like the one prop I'll give to these directors. So that's it. That was Pirates 5. Please don't go see this movie. I can't believe that I actually made the wrong decision in not seeing Baywatch. I never thought I would hear myself saying that in a million years. So let me know what you think of this. Click the like button, the comments button. Make sure you click subscribe. Follow me on Twitter @MovieNerdReview. Go over to the website, movienerdreviews.com. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Fuck this franchise.